はい、始めましょう。聞こえますか、皆さん。Good morning, Namaste, Ohayo gozaimasu, Suprabhat. Welcome again. Congratulations for completing 50th class. This is 50th class Gojukai Meno Krasni Narimas of International Day of Yoga, Yoga Mahotsav 2022. Today's class is going to be the special lecture about Bhakti Yoga by Dr. Ashu Goyal ji. As you already know, we already have done the introduction of Dr. Ashu Goyal ji. He's director, North India program, director of Learn Gita. So today we are not going to read out all the introduction because you already know about Dr. Ashu Goyal ji. And today I'm very much thankful to Dr. Ashu ji because today is his Maun Vrat. And normally he won't speak today because of Nirjala Ekadashi. Nirjala Ekadashi means you do not eat and you do not have water also. You do not consume any water and just concentrate your energy. Don't speak, don't just concentrate your energy. But then also he has taken his time for this lecture. So sorry for causing trouble to you, Dr. Ashuji, and looking forward for this great session. Please, everyone, please get ready with your notebook and write down all the points. This session is really going to be very enlightening session, and you can ask any questions after the session. So, without any wasting more time, Dr. Ashuji, yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Thank you, Ashutoshi. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Yogesham Sachidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shri Guru Charan Kamdebhyo Namaha. We are very fortunate that Patanjali Yoga Foundation has organized such a great event from 1,000 miles away from India, and people across the globe are joining this event to get aware with 75 different angles of yoga. As we know that yoga is not only about asanas or pranayama, they are only very small parts of holistic yoga. And here we are trying to explore different kinds of yogas. I'm hearing some buzzer, Ashutoshi. Is it from your side? So,
Let me check, please.
last weekend, I got fortunate to speak on the Karma Yoga. And today, on the auspicious day of Nirjala Ekadashi, which is considered as the biggest Ekadashi in all, we are here to have some talk and some chintana on Bhakti Yoga. Nothing great can be done on this auspicious day to think about Bhakti Yoga on Nirjala Ekadashi. There are two different types of yogas. Among all, the highest categorized yoga is considered as a Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. In all the Indian scriptures, we see these two yogas are taught as a main yogas. Karma Yoga is also mentioned as a third major yoga in Bhagavad Gita. But if we see other scriptures, then Karma Yoga is not mentioned as a very prominent yoga. Only Jnana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga is mentioned. And that is why, slow. When in 12th chapter, Arjuna started asking questions. 12th chapter starts with the question of Arjuna. Let me share the slide now. I hope everybody is seeing the slide, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
So, when Arjuna asked the question, Ke Yogittamaha, hey Lord Krishna, you are telling me so many things. Tell me one thing now, who is better yogi? Bhakti yogi or Jnana yogi? Arjuna starts 12th chapter with this particular question. And by the surprise, if we haven't read the Gita before, we will not assume that Lord Krishna will directly answer that a devotee is better. Maya Vishya Mano Yeman Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Paryopetas Teme Yukta Tamamata. Lord Krishna replied, if you ask my opinion, then my opinion is very firm, Arjuna. Those who keeps their mind fixed on me, who worship me always with the unwavering faith and concentration, they are the best, very best as the yogis. Without any resistance, Krishna said devotee is better, bhakti yogi is better. Here bhakti yogi refers to the worship of manifest God. The God we can see, the God we can imagine, the God who has a form, like we talk about Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, and so on. And when this Supreme God incarnates himself, that is called Saguna Avatara or Saguna form of that Supreme Almighty. On the other hand, Jnana Yoga means focusing our mind on one and only that supreme element, that is formless, unmanifest, eternal, whatever we call. We will talk it on the next weekend, so we are not exploring what is the Jnana Yogi. But to understand the basic difference, what Arjuna wanted to ask here, what is Jnana Yoga and what is Bhakti Yoga and who is the better one? So Jnana Yoga talks on the unmanifest God and Bhakti Yoga talks on manifest God. Once there was a sarcasm done by a Bhakti Yogi to a Jnana Yogi. Jnana Yogi talks about unmanifest God. So there was this Bhakti Yogi. He was a Bhakta, a devotee. He said, बिना देखे महबूब पर यौवन कौन लुटाए? The God who I cannot see, how can I be a devotee for him? So Bhakti also has a very wide circle and wide part. For the Supreme God, Bhakti is popular, but it is not only for Supreme Court. We also see that some people are doing bhakti for their countries. They are called Desh Bhakta. Who is doing bhakti to his or her mother, he or she is called Matru Bhakta. For father, Pitru Bhakta, Guru Bhakta. For prophet, for messengers, for ancestors, for saint, and goes on. There can be thousands of types. And all this bhakti, if one do selflessly, it leads to the same Supreme God. Bhakti Marga means when you consider the Supreme Lord as everything for you, that is the ultimate goal, to reach to that divine, to please that divine. You love him, you pray for him, you share your problems with him, you give up this materialistic world to reach him. Bhakti can also be, as we talked, Guru Bhakti, Pitru Bhakti, Matru Bhakti. Nowadays we see one more Bhakti, mobile Bhakti, or smartphone Bhakti, or a video game Bhakti. We are just fond of, or we cannot live without these gadgets or so on. So that is also Bhakti, devotion. We have devotion for anything, that is Bhakti. Now, if it is for the materialistic world, of course, it is not going to pay back. It is going to destroy our peace. So, for understanding Bhakti better, let me show you another slide of triangle. It is called Triputi. This Triputi shows there are three angles: Bhakta, Bhakti, and Bhagavana. And it is same for Dhyana Yoga, it is same for Jnana Yoga. In Dhyana Yoga, it is called Dhyata, Dhyana, and Dhya. In Jnana Yoga, it is called Jnata, Jnana, Gyeya. So it is same. We will see that slides also. And if we imagine to get connection with anything, even in materialistic world, imagine a chocolate. When I have a connection with that chocolate, if there is a chocolate and I don't know about it, I cannot be connected to it. I connected to it when there is a taste. So there is a me, there is a taste, and there is a chocolate. And taste is there to connect myself with that chocolate. If I remove the taste, I cannot get my connection to the chocolate. Anyway, I cannot think about it. I cannot have any feeling about it. I cannot have it. After having it, I cannot know that it was good or bad for me. I liked it or not, disliked it. Whatever, all the connections in negative and positive way can be established through the taste. And if we go more deeper, this chocolate, this taste, and this me, once I have the chocolate gone. Once I have it, taste of also gone after some times. And there remains only one. That happens with Bhakti Yoga also. When Bhakta starts Bhakti, he tried to reach to the Bhagavana, to God. But as his Bhakti grows, this Bhakti triangle comes down, and at the final stages, Bhakti dissolves in Bhakta and Bhakta dissolves in Bhagavana. Only Bhagavana remains, only God remains. That is why when God was asked, where do you live? He says, I live in the devotee's heart. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivisto where I place into the hearts of my devotees. प्रेम गली अति साकरी जामे दो न समाए, जब मैं था तब हरि नहीं, अब हरि है मैं ना. This street of love is so thin that two cannot survive, that two cannot walk together. प्रेम गली अति साकरी जामे दो न समान. And when I was there was no God. Now, as soon as I dissolved myself, only God remains. Bhakta always carries this thought: you are mine, I am yours. You live in my heart, you live in my soul, you live in my mind. You are everywhere of me. The same triangle goes for Dhyana Yoga, Dhyata Dhyanam Dhya. Once Dhyata starts the Dhyana, he tries to attain the Dhya, his goal. But as soon he dissolves himself into the Dhyana, on the final stage of Samadhi, there is no Dhyata, there is no Dhyan, only Dhya remains. Similarly, in Jnana Yoga, there is Jnata, there is Jnana, and there is Gyeya. At the final stages, only Gyeya remains. Rest all dissolves. It is called Triputi. This tripti, the triangle, is the base to understand that every activity we can perform in this materialistic world or the spiritual world. We have to follow this triputi only. Like I told you about the chocolate taste and me. You can find in everywhere, materialistic world also, we have these three kind of relationships. Now, in our Indian scriptures, there are popular 9 kinds of bhakti. See, when we talk about the numbers are always infinite. When we say 9, it means 9 are mentioned as a prime focus to understand it. But it doesn't mean that there can be only 9, there cannot be 10th. It is not. It can be elaborate always. These 9 can be split into the thousands and lakhs. There is no limit. So these popular 9 types of bhaktis are described in our scriptures: Shravana, Kirtana, Smarana, Padasevana, Archana, Vandana, Dasya, Sakhya, and Atmanivedana. So let's see one by one what is Shravana. So first form of bhakti is Shravana. Shravana means listening. Listening the glories of the Lord. One who loved to listening the stories of the Lord. Katha sunai, man na ghai. I never get bored by listening his stories again and again and again. It is a Shravana Bhakti. I develop that deep connection. When I listen his stories, my eyes get watered. It gets wet. Our heart gets softened. Gadgada. We listen to him and we start feeling like, wah, wah, wah. Something happens to us. Our mind stays longer time with the Lord. Whatever Lord we are imagining of, whatever Lord we are worshipping of, whatever is my Ishta. And Bhakta loves to hear Guru Vachanas, Satsangas, Vivechanas as we are here, Bhajans, Shastra Vivechans, divine act of Lords. So these can be a list of variety. Shravana. When we love to listen, what we do in Langeta, listening Vivechans, that is a Shravana Bhakti. Second is Kirtana. It is also one of very popular kind of bhakti. Singing glories of Lord, bhajans. We have thousands and thousands and lakhs of bhajans. We do kirtana. Shriman Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Bhajman Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Shriman Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Bhajman Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. Continuously chanting the Lord's name, like Nara said, Narayana, Narayana. Chanting his name and glory, like Narsi Bhagat did. Chanting the name, which is called Japa. Ram, 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 Ram. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And doing some reading and reciting scriptures like Gita Patha, Sundar Kanda, Hanuman Chalisa, Manas Patha, Bhagavad Patha, and there can be thousands of likes of Patha. So this Kirtana Bhakti is considered. Kirtan means Bhagavan ki Kirti ka Gan, singing the glories of the Lord. Kirti ka Gan is Kirtana. Kirtan doesn't mean you have to do like this or do like this or do nothing. If you are singing anyway, the Lord's glory, that is Kirtana. Third is Smarana. Very, very popular bhakti in so many other popular religions also. Especially in Sikh religion, Sumiran is everything. कबीरा संगत साधु की साहिब आवे याद. कबीरा संगत साधु की साहिब आवे याद. लेखी में वही घड़ी बाकी सब बर्बाद. Only that moment counts which goes in his remembrance. Param Shraddheya Brahmalin Swami Ramsudas Ji Maharaj, who stayed in the bank of Ganges in Rishikesh. He used to say only one thing, that I don't need to keep responsibility on my shoulder. I should transfer this responsibility on the Lord's shoulder and he will carry it. How can we do that? Hey mere Nath, मैं आपको भूलूं नहीं. Say it in every hour, say it in every 50 minutes, say it in every 5 minutes, say it in every 1 minute. Hey mere Nath, मैं आपको भूलूं नहीं. Oh my Lord, let me not forget you. I'm just remembering this. Rest is all yours. It's some of the highest kind of form of bhakti, smarana. And fourth is Padasevanam. This Padasevanam, in Indian culture, we used to serve the feet of our mother, our father, our guru, our elders, old age people. Some people do it daily. Lord Rama used to serve his feet of Guru Vishwamitra. All the days he stayed with him. At the evening, he used to do his feet. And when he finishes this and he goes to sleep, then his younger brother, Lord Lakshmana used to massage his feet, serving the feet. Padasevanam. Lakshmi ji, Lord Goddess Lakshmi, we are seeing here. She does it daily with Lord Vishnu. But it is very exclusive bhakti. Not everyone can have it. Doing the Padasevanam of that Lord, you must have that one-to-one engagement. So it is very exclusive type of bhakti. The fifth type of bhakti is archana. Archana means offering something to Lord. Offering anything. Pushparchanam, phalarchanam, vastrarchanam, suvarnarchanam, offering flowers, offering fruits, offering clothes, offering roads. In 26th shloka of chapter 9, Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Patram pushpam phalantoyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktupahartam ashnami pretatmanah. If my devotee serves a little leaf to me, patram, serve a flower, serve only water, toyam. Here, Arjuna, I accept it. भाव का भूखा हूं मैं बस, भाव ही एक सार है, भाव से एक फूल भी दे तो मुझे स्वीकार है, भाव का भूखा हूं मैं बस, भाव ही एक सार है. All the archana, the highest valuable thing is bhava. The feelings we have for that offering. Today is Ekadashi, na? So many people do Vishnu Sahasrarchan. I also used to do. I'll do it after this discourse. So on every Ekadashi, we chant 1,000 name of Lord Vishnu. And we offer sometimes 1,000 flowers, sometimes 1,000 any sweet, sometimes 1,000 mangoes, sometimes 1,000 leaves, tulsi leaves, whatever we like, we offer. And it is not offering on the day. We do it daily. We, in Indian culture, we are not supposed to cook food for me. If I cook food for me, it is a sin. Lord Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita. I have to cook food for my God and for the guest I can have in the home. भगवान के लिए पकाना, अतिथि के लिए पकाना. स्वयं के लिए पकाने वाला चोर है, भगवान कहते हैं. We cook the food for that Lord. We offer to him. And after offering him, we have that food as a prasadam. Imagine the intensity of food converts into the holy food after we offer it to Lord. We call it bhog. भगवान को भोग रखाओ, भगवान को भोग दिखा दो, अर्चना. Then sixth is vandana, vandan, salutation, pranama. The salutation means I surrender myself to you. There are many types of salutation ways in different religions. Some bow his head to the feet of God. Some keeps their hands on heart. Some bend their knees to earth. Some join their hands. And some became Dandavata. In chapter 4, Shloka 34, Krishna says, Pranipatena, Dandavat Pranamam, salutation like a straight stick. Salutation simply means I surrender my ego, I surrender my buddhi, intellect, I surrender my mind, my birth, my ego, my existence to your feet. सिया राम मैं सब जग जानी, करहूं प्रणाम जोरी जोग पानी. सिया राम मैं सब जग जानी, करहूं प्रणाम जोरी जुग पानी. I see this world filled of the Lord's presence. and bow down to the Supreme Lords with all efforts. I bow down to everyone by seeing the Lord in him or her. In every creature, I see the Lord. In chapter 9 and in chapter 18, Lord Krishna says, Manmanabhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Hey Arjun, you fix your mind on me. You devote on me, sacrifice to me, and bow down to me. Vandana. Now the seventh bhakti is Dasya, one of the purest bhakti. Hanumanji Maharaj is the ultimate example of Dasya bhakti. It is considered as the most valuable in the all nine. There are, we have to understand the 5 rasas, 5 feelings, 5 kinds of nature for a devotee. So for Dasya bhakti, we can imagine Hanumanji. He served to him. You are my Lord, I am your servant. Dasya means serving, I am servant. You are my owner, you are my master, and I am your servant. There can be a different form of feeling, Sakhya Bhakti. It is not awarded to many. We will see it later also. There is another form, Madhurya Bhakti. We love to him, like Radhaji, like Meera. It is Madhurya Bhakti. Mero to girdhar gopal, dusro na koi, mero to girdhar gopal. There is Vatsalya Bhakti. When we be a parent to God, there is a beautiful story. Once, 2 great saints were sitting together. One was Goswami Tulsidas and one was Suradas. Imagine when such a 2 great personality when they sit together. One is the ultimate devotee of Lord Rama and one is ultimate devotee of Lord Krishna. And this Suradas Maharaj, he was blind from the eyes. He could not see. And they were talking and discussing the Shastras. Suddenly, a buffalo came running towards them. He was in such a mad mood that it was frightening everybody. Everybody was running away by seeing that buffalo. Surdaji couldn't see, but he could feel the vibrance of the steps. So suddenly he get up and started running. Tulsidaji was wondering, such a great saint, Surdaji Maharaj, why he is afraid of that buffalo? After that buffalo is gone, Surdaji came back. Tulsidaji was very surprised by this behavior. How can the saint stature like Surdaji Maharaj, he can run away from a simple buffalo? He could not restrain himself. He asked Surdaji, please tell me, didn't you have that faith on your God that he will save you? I had that full faith on my Lord Rama, that this buffalo cannot do anything to me. See how firmly I stayed here. I didn't thought of getting up. I knew that he will not let anything do to me. Surdaji says, it is not about faith. I know your faith and I know my faith. See, your Lord is Lord Rama. He has that bow and arrow in his hand. This buffalo was nothing for him. But I offer my bhakti to small little Krishna, that baby Krishna. And that baby Krishna is my responsibility. I didn't run away from me. I ran away to save him. How that little boy can defend himself against this mad buffalo? So I run away to save him. Vatsalya Bhakti. When I consider that ultimate Lord as my son, Yashoda ji, Devaki ji, they all did the Vatsalya Bhakti. So many ladies at home do this Laddu Gopal Sevana. They do daily, they offer daily bathing to that little Krishna. They offer them bhoga, they offer them different kinds of beautiful dresses. So this is Vatsalya Bhakti. And fifth is Shanta Bhakti, Kunti ji. I don't form any specific relationship, but I am Bhakta. That is Shanta Bhakti, undisclosed relationship. Dasya Bhakti is the best, considered as the best. Because being a Dasya, nobody can stop me. Nobody can ask me that you cannot be servant to your master. I can easily be the Dasya. And eighth is Sakhya Bhakti. It is very exclusive thing. No, nobody can have it by his own easily. Because in Sakhya there are two, and both has to respond. If I consider you my friend, that cannot be called friendship. Until you also say that I consider you also a friend. If you are considering someone my friend, you should also say that I accept your friendship. So Sakhya Bhakti gets incomplete until Lord accepts your friendship. He did it for Arjuna. And Arjuna got rewarded because of thousands and thousands of life before Nar and Narayana. We are not going to discuss that story. Arjuna had that Sakhya Bhav for Lord Krishna. He is my friend. Friendship. And ninth and last and the ultimate bhakti is Atma Nivedana. Supplication. Offering oneself to him. A complete surrender to my Lord. This is the last door to enter Lord's house. Hum Ram ji ke Ram ji hamare hain. Hum Ram ji ke Ram ji hamare hain. Hum Ram ji ke Ram ji hamare hain. Lord Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vaja. Mamekam Sharanam Vaja. Sorry. I surrender myself to him. I don't bow. I don't serve. I just be for him. Atmanivedana. I offered myself to him. Now, all these pillars of bhakti or devotion stands on these two pillars. If we say that we are a bhakta, then we have to have these two kinds in ourselves. One is Shraddha, faith. Another is Vishwasa, belief. If one doesn't have 100% faith or 100% belief, the bhakti, ultimate bhakti cannot be attained. There is a beautiful story. Once, Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati was roaming around Haridwar. There is someone on unmute, please mute him. So, they were roaming around Haridwar, one of the holiest places in India, the bank of Ganges. And he was roaming with his beloved wife, Parvati ji. And Parvati ji seen thousands and thousands people are bathing in Ganga ji, taking dips in that holy water of Ganga ji, chanting, Har Har Gange, Har Har Gange, Har Har Gange. They stayed for a while there. Parvati was surprised. In spite of taking dips in Gangaji, when they come back from that water, their life doesn't get changed. It remains the same. Same misery, same unhappy, same sinful. Then Parvati ji asked Lord Shiva, although after bathing in Gangaji so many times, why these people are not free? Why they are still sinful? You told me so many times, if someone is taking dip in that holy Gange, his not sin of this life only, sins of many lives goes away. Cheeta laga Gangnir ka, paap kata sakal sharir ka. But it's not happening. Does Gangaji lost her power? Or it's not capable enough now? You told me so many times, Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange Tribhuvan Tarini Taral Tarange Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange Tribhuvan Tarini Taral Tarange Jai Jai Gange Hare Hare Jai Jai Gange Hare Hare. Lord Shiva smiled back. Dear Parvati, Gangaji is same capable as before. But if these people are not taking a proper bath, they are not taking a proper bath, how would they be benefited and sin free? Parvati asked, what you are talking about? How they are not bath? They are coming out of water, they are going into the water, they are taking so many dips, their body is also wet. What are you talking? They are not taking proper bath. What more proper can be? Lord Shiva said, oh dear, they are just diving and dipping in the water now, but not doing the needful. What is needful? They are not believers. Vishwaso phaldayakah. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Shraddha is most necessary. Without the faith or belief, they can only clean their body, but not their mind and heart. Parvati asked, Shivji, I don't believe you. Thousands and thousands people are bathing here. You say there is no Bhakti and Shraddha. There is no one who have true belief. Lord Shiva says, Parvati, I told you Bhagavad Gita also with the Ramayana. You forgot. In chapter 7, shloka 3, Krishna told or not, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam vetti tatvatah. One in a thousands came to my path, come to my path. And in those one, very few walk ahead and very few go further. So these people are bathing here and repeating the acts. They have seen with their ancestors. And they are just doing these acts, but they are not believing it completely from their entire heart. Their belief is not firm. It's fading. Parvati said, how is it so? It's very hard for me to believe that they are not believers. While everything is shown by their behavior is so believable. See how they are chanting, Har Har Gange, Har Har Gange. And you are saying they have no Shraddha, they have no faith, they have no belief. Lord Krishna said, Lord Shiva said, okay, let's do some drama and you will see the reality. Let's come, do some Leela. And as he said, immediately it started raining heavily. Roads become miry, and a deep pit of 4 or 5 feet appeared in the middle of the road. And it is filled with all around the mud. And Lord Krishna brought Parvati ji to that place. He immediately converted himself. He took a form of an old person and pretended to be stuck in pit as a helpless person who is trying to get out but unable to do so. गड्ढे में गिर गए, बाहर नहीं निकल पा रहे. And he also transformed Parvati ji as an ordinary lady as his wife and instructed her to sit and ask people for help. Tell people that my husband is fallen into the pit, he is unable to come out, please help him. And Lord Shiva also said something that if someone comes to help now, you have to say this thing first. Parvati said, okay. Now Lord Shiva is in the pit. Like he cannot come out. He is trying a lot, but he doesn't have that power in the body to come out. And Parvati ji is sitting over the pit and she is crying badly. Someone please help me. Someone please help my husband. Someone please get him out. Now, the many people coming out of Ganga ji after the bath, watching them, watching the lady crying. So many people came nearby. One people first came. He said, okay, I'll help. No problem. I'll take your husband out. Parvati ji said, listen. Now Parvati ji told what Lord Shiva told him to do if someone comes to help. See, I am on the bank of Ganges. I cannot cheat anyone. So you must know one thing before you go to help to my husband. That person asked, what is it? He said, my husband has the illness of vitiligo, code. मेरे पति को कोड है. And if you will touch him, you might also have the vitiligo. तुमको भी कोड हो सकता है. Only the person who is sin-free, who doesn't have any sin on his shoulder, can save him, and he will not be affected by that sin, that illness. That person heard and he trembled. No, I've did so many sins. I cannot touch him. I will immediately get ill like him. Sorry, I cannot. And he walked away. So many people comes for help. So many people came. Parvati told the same thing to everyone. But after listening that I can also be that illness to me if I touch him, nobody dared to help. Parvati told so many people, Arey, you just have to be sin-free. Sin-free? Everybody said, what you are talking sin-free? We are filled with the sins. You ask how many sins I did from the morning. I have to count. There are so many. Parvati ji was tired. From the morning to the evening, hundreds of people came, listened to the story and walked away. Nobody helped Lord Shiva. And he was crying inside and she was crying outside. Suddenly, Lord Shiva was smiling back also on Parvati ji. See, you are not finding one sin-free people among these thousands of people. And Parvati ji was also wondering. Suddenly, Parvati ji saw a young boy running towards her. And he was running towards her like he knows everything. And as soon as he reached, he said, I save your husband, don't worry. Parvati ji said, listen to me first before you go ahead. Boy replied, I know what you are telling to everyone. I heard your stories from so many people. That's why I came here. Why? I don't know why anyone is not helping you yet. Parvati ji asked in surprise, hey boy, you didn't commit any sin in your life? Boy smiled and replied, doesn't matter na how many sins I did. I just took a dip in Ganga ji. So how many sins I did doesn't matter. It is washed away. I am free from the sin now. At the moment I am sin free. Maybe I'll do further sins, but at the moment I am sin free. And he just thought this and he jumped into the pit. Everyone around was wondering what will happen to the boy. Suddenly a miracle happened. Lord Shiva came back to his original form put that boy in his powerful big arms and came out himself. Parvati ji also took her real form. Everybody around was astonished by getting Lord Shiva and Parvati ji darshan. Jai Jai Shankara, Har Har Shankara, Jai Jai. Everybody was. Bhakti yoga is easiest way to reach the God. But without firm faith or belief, the goal is far away. It is not possible. How many times? Okay. There are 39 virtues told in Bhagavad Gita chapter 12 of a Bhakta. Lord Krishna says, if you consider yourself as a Bhakta, hey Arjuna, I don't believe if you are wearing a tilak, having a choti, having a yajna pravid, doing a arti, doing a salutation, you are a Bhakt. I don't accept it. My Bhakta, he should have this at least 39 virtues in him. He may have some less, some greater, but he may have. If it is not reflecting in his behavior, then he is not my Bhakta. And that is the beauty of Bhagavad Gita, and that is the beauty of Lord Krishna. He doesn't talk about way. He talks about symptoms. In whole Bhagavad Gita, if you want to call yourself Jnani, if you call to yourself Bhakta, if you want to call yourself Karmyogi, if you want to call yourself as a Devi, in second chapter, he told the symptoms of in 14th chapter, he told the symptoms of Jnana Yogi. 13th chapter, he told the symptoms of Jnana Yogi. 14th chapter, told the symptoms of Jnana Trigunatit Bhakta. In 16th chapter, he told the Devi Gunas. And in 12th chapter, he told the symptoms of Bhakta, devotee. So first is, now we cannot discuss the 39 virtues here. It is so long. You need to listen chapter 12 discourse. So many people gave. I also talked on it. So first is Advaita, Advishta. Advishta sarvabhutanam maitrah karuna evacha nanamo nirankara samadukha sukhakshami. Advishta, free from malice. I don't hate anyone. I don't have problems to see anyone rising. I don't try to cut line of others. I increase my line is not a problem. But if I want to reduce the lines of others, that is dvesha. Lord Krishna says, by bhakta, he should be adveshi, adveshta. Maitra karuna evacha. My bhakta should be friendly to all. Maitra karuna evacha. Sarva bhutanam. With all the creatures, I should be friendly. Not friendly to my family, not friendly to my society, not friendly to my religion, not friendly to my country, not friendly to only humans. I have to be friendly to the creatures. I have to be friendly with the rivers. I have to be friendly with the jungles, with the trees, with the nature, with every little creature. I have to be friendly. I have to think positive and good for everyone. I have to do everything good possible in my capacity to all the creatures. And karuna, kindness. I should be kind enough to see if anyone is in pain. I should feel others' pain as mine. My heart should be so soft that it should be melt with others' sorrow, others' pain. Nirmama, mindlessness. I can have thousands of things in my life, that is not a problem. But possessiveness over those things is mamata. Nirmamo, mamata rahit. Free from that mindlessness. Nirmamo. Nirahankara, egoless. I am so intelligent. I am so beautiful. I am so powerful. I am a great yogi. I can do great yogasana. Whatever virtue I have ego for that. My bhakta doesn't have ego for anything. He is egoless. Samadukha sukha kshami. My bhakta should be balanced in the pleasure and pain. Something happened to the good to me and I'm dancing. And something gone wrong and I'm crying. That is not my bhakta. He doesn't dance like in the small pleasures and he doesn't cry in the small pains. Kshama. He should learn to forgive. Forgiveness. And forgiveness really starts with two beautiful words. Forgive, forget. Give and get. When you forgive someone, you have to forget it. So many people say, I forgive him so many times. I didn't forgive him. If I forgive, how I remember it? So forgiveness is, I forgive and I forget. Santushta, content. I'm happy in whatever condition I have. Contained. Yatatma, self-controlled. What I see is in my control. What I listen is in my control. What I eat is in my control. What I smell is in my control. What I touch is in my control. My manner, how it goes, is in my control. Self-control. That is Yatatma. Dridhanishyaha, firm determination. I decide something and I follow it. If I decided that I will do this daily yoga with Patanjali Yoga Foundation, then I will not miss any class. That firm determination. Now, Mana Arpit, my devotee should have dedicated his mind to me. Buddhi Arpita, dedicated his intellect to me. Yasmano loke de lokano dichte. My bhakta doesn't agitate anyone, and it is not enough. He doesn't get agitated by anyone. If someone tries to agitate me, I will not be agitated. So many people can be surprised. How? Lord Krishna says it is in your hand. If you don't want and if you don't allow, no one can agitate you. If you are firm about it, you can have that ignorance. Om Ignoraya Namaha. Chant this mantra and you will be free from agitation by anyone. Harsha Rahita, Amarsha Rahita, Bhaya Rahita, Udvega Rahita. Harsha Amarsha Bhaya Udvegair. Muktoya Sachami Priyaha. Free from excitements, free from intolerance, free from fear, free from anxiety. My bhakta doesn't get cast in these things. Anapeksha shchirdaksha udasino gatavyataha. Anapeksha. I don't hope anything in return from anyone. If one leaves this hope, he leaves his pain. We all are in pain. We all are in sadness. We all are in misery because of this expectation only. Hopes from others only. If we leave this, we become anapeksha. Shuchir, cleanliness with purity. And nowadays this hand rub is there na, with coronavirus, this sanitizer. Some people do this hand rub and they start eating food. See, by this hand rub or sanitizer, your hands become germs free. That is fine. But it is not clean enough or pure enough to eat the food. Because those germs who died, it still stays on your hands. Shuchihi. Hygiene plus sacred hygiene. Cleanliness with purity. Now, it can be increased. This is the body purity. Now the mana purity. Purity of motives. Shuchir Daksha, who is smart and expert. Some people believe I am always get defeated because I am the good person. So many people get take me for granted or take the undue benefits from me because I am so good. Krishna says, no, my bhakta is not a foolish. If you are foolish, you are not my bhakta. My bhakta should be daksha. He should be smart and expert in every work. Udasina, unconcerned. Nirpeksha, I don't take sides. Gatabdata, free from sorrow. Someone that didn't work in my way and I get agitated. I get sad. Vata, Gatabdata. Sarvaramba Prityagi. This is my bhakta. Avoid new initiatives. I don't need to start so many initiatives in my life. Na arshati, na dveshti, na shochati, na kankshati. Doesn't rejoice, doesn't hate, doesn't grieve, doesn't desire. Shubha Shubha Parityagi. Renunciation of good and bad. Samashatraucha mitrecha. He is alike towards foe and friends. Samhamana apamanayaha. He is alike in honor and dishonor. Chahe kare ninda koi, chahe koi satkar kare. He is same. Shitoshna sukha. He is alike in cold and heat. If temperature is 10 degrees, there is so much cold. If temperature is 30, 35, or if you come to North India like Lucknow, I am living, now temperature is 43, 44. So much heat, so much heat. My bhakta should be calm enough to be alike and stays calm in cold and heat. Samadukha, sukha kshami, alike is happiness and sorrow. Sangha vivarjitaha. He should be free from the attachments. Tulinindastutir mauni, santushto yena kenichit. Tulinindastutir. Alike in blame and praise. If somebody praises me and if somebody blames me, I feel no agitation or no happiness. Mauni, restrained in his speech. Now there are two meanings. One is mauna, the fasting of the speech, like Ashutosh ji told. I also do on the Nirjala Ekadashi. And one is manan, chintan. Santushto yena kenichit. If I have this, I'll be satisfied. If I have this, I'll be satisfied. We have this long list from our childhood to the 80 years of our age. Lord Krishna says no. When you learn to get satisfied in whatever you have, you don't need anything, a single penny else. I'm happy in whatever I have. Santushto yena kena chit. Aniketa sthirmatir, attachment of places. Sthirmatir, state in mind. Bhaktiman mein sab priyo naraha. Lord Krishna told this 39 virtues of his bhaktas. We all have these virtues, but we don't have last steady mind in one. Sometimes we are sukha dukkha sukhe, samayakritva. Sometimes we tulininda stotir mani. Sometimes we are aniketa. Sometimes we are adveshta. But not every time. Lord Krishna says you have to stay the same every time. So on this auspicious day of Nirjala Ekadashi, Ekadash, dash plus 1, 10 plus 1, 11. So on the every 11th date, and we have this Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. So we have 15 days, 30 days in 1 month as a Hindu calendar. So in 1 month, there is 2 Ekadashi. One is Shukla Paksha Ekadashi and one is Krishna Paksha Ekadashi. So there are 24 Ekadashi in a year. And this Nirjala Ekadashi is the most auspicious in all of them. So we are fortunate today that we are having this discourse or this discussion on this auspicious morning of Nirjala Ekadashi. I just pray to lotus feet of that Supreme Almighty that all listening to this Bhakti Yoga here, should these get virtues in their life, should these get these, one of these 9 bhaktis, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Kirtanam, at least I have one bhakti in my life. I pray everyone can have this bhakti in his life and reach to God with this ultimate form of yoga. Bhakti yoga is considered as the highest yoga as it is defined by Lord Krishna. Let's do one Sankirtana, then we will stay for the question answer session. Whoever wants to stay, let's can leave. Let's offer this one beautiful Kirtana together as we are singing and he is listening to us. Hari Sharanam, 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 Hari Sharanam. Yogeshwara Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Thank you all. You are on mute, Ashutoshi.
Unmute. Okay. Thank you very much, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you for this enlightening talk. I also learned a lot of things, especially what I understand today is this symptom part. Some people think that we should have all these qualities, so it is very difficult. So now I understand that we should have symptoms of each quality of bhakt. So thank you very much. Here we are open for question and answers. If you want to leave, already we have passed the time. So detai nuketai kata nuketemu daijubu, and if you want to stay here, you can talk here and you can stay here and raise your hands. Already we have 2 questions, 2 hands. So let's start from Rathiji, Brijmohan Rathiji. Yes, please ask your question. Onegaishimasu.
You have to unmute Rathiji.
जय श्री कृष्ण आशु गोयल। एज यूजुअल आपसे बात करने की बहुत तीव्र इच्छा रहती है। कर्मयोग में भी मैंने आपसे बात की थी और एज यूजुअल आपने भी बहुत मतलब इतना सुंदर विवेचन किया है। पूरा तो नहीं हो सकता है मेरे को मालूम, लेकिन बार बार सुनते रहेंगे। बातों बातों में आपने पूरा बार बार अध्याय मतलब जो कंठस्थ नहीं हो सकता था, अब मेरे को लगता हो जाएगा। बहुत सुंदर, बहुत सुंदर। बस सवाल कुछ नहीं है। अभी जैसे आपने बोला भय रहित, जो भक्त के गुण बताए, एक गुण है भय रहित, तो तुरंत याद आता है जैसे मानस में भगवान ने कहा भय भी न होए न प्रीत। क्या कनेक्शन है? कुछ इसमें गूढ़ कनेक्शन है?
भयबिन होई न प्रीति इज फॉर दुष्टाज, ये राक्षसों के लिए है, दुष्टों के लिए है, अच्छों के लिए नहीं है। अच्छों को भय की जरूरत नहीं। मेरे साथ श्री रघुनाथ जी, फिर किस बात की चिंता। मेरे पास भगवान का साथ है, मैं उस भगवान को, अरे हमारी पहचान हो जाती है छोटे मोटे एमएलए से, छोटे मोटे नेता से। इफ यू आर वेल अवेयर ऑफ सम known politician, we feel so much powerful. Oh, I know him, my no work will be halted, huh? And if we are having this relationship with that Almighty, how I can be fearful? Until I believe so. The same Parvati ji asked with Lord Shiva. That is all about belief. If I started belief that I am connected to him, then who can make me fear? How I can have any fear for? Okay.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद
सुहानी जी।
Ashu Sensei, thank you very much. बहुत मजा आया आज। एक ही क्वेश्चन था कि हम लोग मतलब जापान में रह के we follow more towards intellectual. I mean, we have ingrained, हम लोग में इंडिया में भक्ति योगा के बारे में सुना है, प्रैक्टिस भी किया है, और we do believe in God. But when you see a different world, you also start thinking intellectually. So through intellectual way, I mean, more practical way, honestly speaking, कैसे हम लोग इंटेलेक्चुअल से भक्ति योगा की तरफ जा सकते हैं? I mean,
आपको क्यों लगता है कि भक्ति योगी इंटेलेक्चुअल नहीं है?
No, because जितना मतलब
let me tell you. Yes. See, कोई एक ही तरीका नहीं है कि मैं जीवन में या तो इंटेलेक्चुअल बनूंगा या भक्त बनूंगा, ज्ञान योगी बनूंगा, कर्म योगी बनूंगा, भक्ति योगी। These are the stages of the life. In a single day, from morning to the evening, हम एक समय में ज्ञान योगी होते हैं, हम एक समय में भक्त होते हैं, हम एक समय में कर्म योगी होते हैं। अब आदि शंकराचार्य भगवान को देखे, अब आदि शंकराचार्य को आप क्या कहेंगे? पूरे भारत में पैदल घूमकर, उस समय कोई वाहन नहीं तो उन्होंने किसी वाहन का उपयोग किया भी नहीं, और पैदल घूम के पूरे भारत के एक एक बौद्ध मठ को वापस सनातन मठ बनाया। इससे बड़ा कर्मयोगी क्या मिलेगा बोलिए? अद्वैत वेदांत का प्रवर्तन उन्होंने किया, तो उनसे बड़ा ज्ञान योगी भी कोई नहीं। ज्ञान योग की अल्टीमेट स्टेज इज शंकराचार्य लिटरेचर। अगर आपको ज्ञान योग पढ़ना है तो यू हैव टू फाइंड द शंकराचार्य लिटरेचर ओनली, ऑल द ब्रह्म सूत्रास एंड एवरीथिंग। और जब वो कृष्णाष्टकम लिखते हैं, जब वो दुर्गाष्टकम लिखते हैं, जब वो गंगा जी की स्तुति लिखते हैं, तो उनसे बड़ा भक्त कौन दिखता है? तो देखो, ये सारी बातें जीवन के स्टेज की है। इंटेलेक्चुअल होने में कोई आपत्ति की बात नहीं है, लेकिन इंटेलेक्ट वे ऑफ वर्शिपिंग, इसमें रस नहीं है, ये सूखा है। आप उसमें आनंदित नहीं होते। आप उसमें लॉजिकली एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हैं, उसको लॉजिकली अपने माइंड को बहुत सारा एनहांस कर सकते हैं, बहुत सारे लॉजिक्स फॉर्म कर सकते हैं, शेयर कर सकते हैं, डिस्कस कर सकते हैं, बट योर हार्ट कैन नॉट बी मेल्ट विद दैट। और जो उसका आनंद है वो किसी में नहीं है। अरे भगवान की कथा सुनते हुए आंखों में जो अश्रुपात होता है, हृदय गदगद होता है, वो फीलिंग कैसे लाओगे उस इंटेलेक्चुअल डिस्कशन में? मतलब, और जो वो आनंद है उससे बढ़कर कुछ हो सकता है क्या? When you stays in that feeling for a minute, आपको लगता है मैंने पता नहीं कितने वर्षों में क्या पा लिया। एक बार आप अरे कोई अच्छी मूवी देखते हो, उसका कोई इमोशनल सीन आता है, एंड वी फील इमोशनल, वी हैव दिस आईज वेट, कि क्या क्या फीलिंग होता है सोचो। और वो तो एक छोटा सा, हमको पता ही है कि ये आर्टिफिशियल है, ये कोई हुआ नहीं है, ये तो केवल स्क्रीन पर है, लेकिन जब उस बात को रियलिटी से मैं फील करता हूं, ये घटना घट रही है, अरे भगवान का कीर्तन गा रहे हैं, मेरे आंखों से आंसू निकल रहे, मुझे पता नहीं क्यों निकल रहे। वहां तो लॉजिक है, एक माँ का बेटा मर गया इसलिए मैं रो रहा हूं, वहां तो लॉजिक है। यहां तो भगवान का कीर्तन चल रहा है, मुझे रोना आ क्यों रहा है मुझे ये भी नहीं पता है। When you have this feeling, ना, nothing can be greater. So भक्ति के बिना जीवन में रस नहीं आता। अब भगवान की सेवा करते हो, भगवान से जुड़ते हो, भगवान से बैठते हो, बातें करते हो, ये जो जुड़ाव है ना, इसके बिना रस नहीं है। अहम ब्रह्मास्मि तत्त्वमसि, ये कहना एक बात है, इसकी प्रैक्टिस भी की जा सकती है। वासुदेव सर्वमिति, मैं सब जगह वासुदेव सर्वम देखूंगा, ये बातें सब अच्छी है। जो लोग उसकी प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं वो सब अच्छे लोग हैं, मैं कुछ की आलोचना नहीं करता, मैं अगले सप्ताह ज्ञानी हूं वही बोलने वाला, लेकिन वो सारी बातें रस से हीन है। जीवन में रस के लिए तो भक्ति योग ही चाहिए। बिना, भगवान ने कहा ना, क्लेशोदिक्त रस्तेषाम अव्यक्ता सत्य चेतसाम, 12वें अध्याय में, कि भैया ये अव्यक्त की जो उपासना है ना, ये क्लेश कारक है। क्यों क्लेश कारक है? आप अपने, मैं आपको बोलता हूं, आप योग करते हैं, ध्यान करते हैं, मेडिटेशन करते हैं, मैं आपको बोलूं, अच्छा मेडिटेशन में क्या करना होता है कि यू हैव टू गेट फ्री फ्रॉम ऑल द थॉट्स, संकल्प विकल्प से रहित होना, मूल बात। अब ये संकल्प विकल्प से रहित होना है आपको, तो आप क्या करते हैं? आप एक ऑब्जेक्ट लगाते हैं, आप इस लाइट पर मेडिटेट करिए, आप इस ऑब्जेक्ट, सपोज यू रिमूव दैट ऑब्जेक्ट और यू आस्क समवन टू मेडिटेट, कि आप अपने आप को सारे थॉट से फ्री करो, और फिर क्या करो? कुछ मत करो, कहीं मत लगाओ। थिंक हाउ प्रैक्टिकल इट इज। He'll find it very impractical। ये होने वाला नहीं है भैया, मैं पूरी दुनिया भर के विचार भी नहीं करूंगा और विचार को कहीं लगाऊंगा भी नहीं, बहुत मुश्किल है। लेकिन इफ यू से, इफ आई टेल यू कि आपको अपने सारे विचारों को जाने देना है, और मेरे पीछे जो भगवान मधुसूदन की सुंदर एक चित्र लगाया है, उस भगवान का विजन करना है। उनके मुकुट को देखो, उनकी आंखों को देखो, उनके तिलक को देखो, उनके ओंठों को देखो, उनकी गर्दन को देखो, उनके गहनों को देखो, उनकी, आप अपने, आपके मन में सब चला गया कि नहीं? अपने आप ही आपका मन उस भगवान की प्रतिमा पे आ गया, चित्र पर आ गया, और अपने आप ही बाकी। हम कहीं से भी मन को हटाकर एक ऑब्जेक्ट पर लगाए, ये सरल बात है। मैं सब जगह से हटाऊं और कहीं ना लगाऊं, ये बहुत मुश्किल बात है। इसलिए भक्ति योग के बिना जीवन में संपूर्णता नहीं आती। और कितने भी ज्ञानी आपको मिलेंगे, उद्धव जी की कहानी लेंगे तो शंकराचार्य, सबको बाद में भक्ति योग पकड़ना ही पड़ा। सुखदेव जी महाराज जैसा ब्रह्मज्ञानी कौन हुआ? भागवत की श्लोक सुने, उन्हें भागते हुए आए कि मुझे भी सिखाओ ये भागवत, ये कृष्ण कौन है मुझे भी बतलाओ। वो जो बाई बर्थ ज्ञानी होगी है, बाई बर्थ विरक्त। सुखदेव जी जन्म लिया और जन्म लेते ही जंगल में भाग गए। आपको भी भागवत की कथा सुनेंगे तो पता लगेगा। वेदव्यास जी के पुत्र है वो, वेदव्यास जी पीछे भागे, अरे शुक सुनो, अरे शुक सुनो, सुनते नहीं, चले गए, अपने पिता की ओर मुड़ के नहीं दिखा। इतने विरक्त महात्मा। वेदव्यास जी को लगा ये तो कुछ होगा ही नहीं, तो वेदव्यास जी ने अपने 2-3 शिष्यों को ट्रेंड किया और कहा, तुम जो सुखदेव उस गुफा के पास तपस्या करते हैं ना, उस गुफा के पास जाकर ये भागवत के श्लोक खाली गुनगुनाया करना, तुमको कुछ करना नहीं है, बस खाली उस गुफा के बाहर जाकर इन श्लोकों को गुनगुनाना। और उन बालकों ने वो करना शुरू किया। अब सुखदेव जी अंदर बैठे ध्यान में, अब ये तो परम वैरागी, परम विरक्त महात्मा, एक भगवान से एकाकार होने का जो आप जिसका प्रयास करते हो, वो स्थिति उनको बचपन से सिद्ध है। जिस ध्यान का हम प्रयास करते हैं वो ध्यान तो उनका बचपन से सिद्ध है। लेकिन जैसे ही वो श्लोक कानों में पड़े और वो विचार आया, सुखदेव जी हड़बड़ा के खड़े हो गए। ये क्या है? ये किसकी बात हो रही है? ये कौन है जो इतना सुंदर है? ये कौन है जो इतना तेजस्वी है? मुझे इसके बारे में जानना है। तुरंत बाहर आए, उन बालकों को पूछा, ये आप क्या गाते हैं? उन्होंने कहा, ये श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण है, आपके पिताजी का लिखा हुआ है। भागे सुखदेव जी वापस, मुझे सुनाओ, मुझे सिखाओ, मुझे भागवत कथा सुननी है। भक्ति में जो रस है ना, वो कहीं भी नहीं है। जिसने बाकी सबको भक्ति पर तो आना ही पड़ता है, भक्ति वाले को कोई नहीं जाना पड़ता है। आप भक्ति करते करते भगवान को प्राप्त कर लेते हैं, ना आपको ज्ञान की जरूरत है, ना योग की जरूरत है, ना कर्म की जरूरत है। मैं आपको सच्ची बतलाता हूं। लेकिन बाकी सब करने पर भी भक्ति नहीं की तो अपूर्णता रह जाती।
जी, कोशिश रहेगी।
हाँ, प्रियेश जी, late from the evening of USA.
No, currently I just come to India.
वाह, स्वागत है आपका।
So I'm just further expanding on the question what she raised and what we answered. It's okay, right, if I speak in English?
Yeah.
Yes. So, all right. So, so here's the question. Like we are listening to you and we are deeply immersed in the bhakti ras right now. But the minute this discussion or the discourse is over, we step out and we lose the bhakti ras, entering into the worldly affairs. Also, like you are in India, like most of them are in India, and so you have the benefit of being in constant association with Sant Mahapurush. But for people like us in, say, New York or others in Japan, we lack that association. So I have 2 questions. One is, how do we, see, right now we are immersed in the Bhakti Ras. How do we maintain that Bhakti Ras? It is very difficult, like we, when we step into the worldly affairs. And second is, what do we do so that, we at least keep in touch or have association with, Sant Mahapurush? Like, we are known by the company you keep, so rather be associated with Sant Mahapurush.
I got your question.
Correct.
See, you think that we have this 1.25 or 1.4 billion people in India, they are associated with these Saint Mahapurushas?
No, but the probability or the chances for you are more.
I know. But in spite of living in India, not everyone is going to the river of Ganges and taking the dips. Not everyone is going to the Ramkatha. Not everyone is coming to these Vivechans or Gita and Bhagavad Katha going around. It is all about your connection virtually, not physically. If you are sitting in the Katha, so you think that if someone is living in the Swamiji's ashram, he is behind me now, and so many people lives in his ashram, you think by he stays near to him and by living in his ashram, everyone is pure? I know so many people who are not. So it is not about the physical distance. It is all about the distance from your heart. And when you learn to have that, you were in USA, now you are in India, and you are connected in this Japanese meeting. So where is the distance? Distance is all about our feelings. If we are feeling connected, this physical distance doesn't matter. This Guru Dronacharya told Eklavya, I will not teach you. Eklavya decided, I will get taught by you only. Even he denied him physically. He opted him as a virtual guru. He established an idol of him, and he practiced by considering him as a guru, and it reflected in his behavior. He learned. Vishwaso Phaldayaka, everything is Shraddha, everything is belief. If you have this Shraddha and belief in you, doesn't matter how far you are physically. This Shraddha and this Vishwas, this remove all the distance, physical distance in your life from anything you have. Don't worry about it. If you have this Shraddha and Vishwas, things will come to you. Whether you live in the US, whether you live in the Japan, whether अरे वो भगवान व्यवस्था करते हैं हमारे नजदीक आने की, हम एक कदम बढ़ाए तो. If we are in that feeling कि मैं भगवान से जुड़ा हूं, फिर बाकी बातों की व्यवस्था भगवान करते हैं. सारी बातें ये श्रद्धा है, सारी बातें विश्वास है. श्रद्धा नहीं, विश्वास नहीं, तो भारत में रहने वाले लोग भी ना गंगा जी नहाते हैं, ना कथा सुनते हैं. कथा में जाकर भी बाहर समोसे का स्टॉल कितना बढ़िया लगाया, चाय कितनी बढ़िया मिल रही है, वही मन में चलता है जी. कथा कहाँ सुनती है? कथा भी सुना तो उसमें कुछ नाचना गाना हो गया, कुछ गाना बजाना हो गया, उसी में मन लगता है. कथा में सुनने के बाद तो कितने लोगों का होता है. भगवान ने कहा ना, मनुष्याणाम सहस्रेषु कश्चित् सिद्धये. अरे कोई हजारों में कोई एक है जो लगता है, लगने वाले हजारों में कोई एक है जो आगे चलता है, आगे चलने वाले हजारों में कोई एक है जो थोड़ा सा आगे चल के पहुंचता है. सो इट इज ऑल अबाउट द श्रद्धा एंड बिलीफ. फिजिकल डिस्टेंस डजंट मैटर. तो जितना आपका श्रद्धा बढ़ता जाएगा और जितना ये विश्वास बढ़ता है, सारी बातें. उस शबरी को कौन मिला बतलाइए पूरे जीवन में? गुरु जी ने कहा राम जी आएंगे और चले गए कह के. 16 साल की शबरी 80 साल की हो गई, जीवन में दूसरा व्यक्ति ही नहीं देखा. कौन मिला था उसको? एक श्रद्धा और विश्वास के बल पर उसने भगवान के दर्शन किए. संत महापुरुषों की बात छोड़िए, भगवान के दर्शन कर लिए केवल श्रद्धा और विश्वास के बल पर. इस श्रद्धा और विश्वास में जो ताकत है ना, इसकी कल्पना मुश्किल है. सो इफ यू हैव दैट फेथ एंड बिलीफ, डिस्टेंस डजंट मैटर.
Also, yeah, no, the first question, like, I see example, like, I was totally immersed in the discourse that you were giving us.
Yeah, I took both the questions as one. So this Shraddha Vishwas you have now, then doesn't matter if you go into the worldly affairs. You are doing those affairs for him. मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है, करते हो तुम कन्हैया मेरा नाम हो रहा है, मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है, कर प्रणाम तेरे चरणों में लगता हूँ अब तेरे काज, पालन करने को आज्ञा तब मैं नियुक्त होता हूँ। आई एम जस्ट अपॉइंटेड वन as an officer, as an employee, as an employer, as a father, as a mother, as a son, as a yogi, as a teacher, as a soldier. I am appointed by you for serving this job. I will serve the job for you, not for me. Now you are corrected everywhere.
And sorry, I'll just take one more thing. This is for my selfish reason. Sir, I'm requesting you, we have finished L4. Please, if you can start class for those who have completed L4, where every day for 40 minutes you give a discourse. Please, I'm begging you, requesting you, whatever you want to say. Please, because I'm telling you, quite frankly, I'm telling you, once the L4 is gone, many of them, probably more than 50%, will be out of touch. But
I request everybody not to leave classes. You finish this one lap. You run in the race now. So once you cross the boundary, your race doesn't finish. You complete one lap. It is about how many laps you have to run. So I request everybody that you have to run at least 18 laps of this 1, 2, 3 level 4. So you complete 18 laps. After that, I will think about it.
I have rejoined level L1.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you honestly,
we are already having this thing in the mind that what we can be done more for L4 sadhaks, and that's why we add them to the sadhak groups. So now you are finishing your L4 now, you will be added in a different group, Gita sadhak group. So for those sadhak groups, we are planning the activities in the future. We'll see.
Not in the future, immediate future. Please request you so that at least we can daily get a listen to your discourse. Like example, I'll just tell you honestly, like I know you have your Vivechans on Saturday, but many times on Saturdays it's not feasible because that's the only day. I mean, it's not. Rather, like 40 minutes.
Vivechans.com have thousands and thousands of lectures now. आप एक दिन में एक क्यों सुनना है, एक दिन में 10 भी सुनोगे तो भी कम नहीं पड़ने वाले हैं, और बार बार सुनकर भी आपको कुछ ना कुछ हर बार नया मिलने वाला है. So you can repeat them and you can listen to the old recordings. Why
attending a live lecture for 40 minutes gives the discipline, and the day is completely different when you attend. Like
अभी तो बतलाया संतुष्ट ये न केन चित.
इस बात में संतुष्ट नहीं है. इस बात में संतुष्ट नहीं है. हम चाहते हैं कि हमें और मिले.
भगवान कराएंगे.
प्लीज रिक्वेस्ट, आई बेग यू.
ठीक है, भगवान करेंगे. जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय श्री कृष्ण.
अलका जी बोलिए. अलका जी प्लीज अनम्यूट.
जय श्री कृष्ण भैया जी. Without any offense to you, just one question. ये जो आपने बताया ना, सूरदास जी के पीछे भागे थे, उनको नहीं भागना चाहिए था, and faith to God. तो जस्ट मुझे वही पूछना थी कि ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स हमारी लाइफ में आते ही रहते हैं, तो वी हैव टू टेक सम एक्शन ना, जस्ट गॉड.
हाँ, देखो भगवान ने हर बात के लिए विवेक दिया है. अभी अभय की बात हो गई तो अभय का मतलब ये तो एक कहानी आती है. एक बार एक हाथी पागल हो गया. तो अभी हाथी पागल होता है तो मदमस्त बोलते थे, मदमस्त हो गया. तो ये भागा, तो सड़क पर लोग भाग रहे थे तो लोग कहने लगे कि हटो हटो हटो. अब वहां पर एक मेरे जैसा नया ज्ञान योगी बना था और वो अपनी शिक्षा पूरी करके आया था. तो उसको लगा, गुरुजी ने कहा है कि अभयम सत्य संशुद्ध ज्ञान योग व्यवस्थिति, तो मैं तो अभय रहने वाला हूं. मुझे क्या करना, मैं भगवान की शरणों में, मैं तो सन्यासी हूं, मेरा कोई क्या बिगाड़ेगा, भगवान को बचाना को तो भगवान बचा लेंगे। अब वो हाथी के ऊपर महावत भी बैठा है, द ड्राइवर ऑफ द एलिफेंट इज सिटिंग ऑन द एलिफेंट एंड इज आस्किंग एवरीवन, प्लीज प्लीज सेव योरसेल्फ, प्लीज सेव योरसेल्फ, दिस एलिफेंट इज मैड, ही इज नॉट इन माय कंट्रोल, प्लीज सेव योरसेल्फ। अब वो बोल रहा है हट जाओ हट जाओ हट जाओ, सन्यासी बोलता है मैं तो नहीं हटूंगा, भगवान को बचाना है तो बचाए। अब ये हाथी आया और उसने तो एक सन्यासी के सिर पर पैर रखा और उनका तो राम नाम सत्य, ही गॉन। अब ये सन्यासी जब ऊपर पहुंचे धर्मराज के पास तो बड़ा क्रोध में, बड़ी गुस्से में, कि मैंने तो जो शास्त्रों में लिखा था उसका पालन किया, केवल भगवान पर विश्वास किया, कुछ भी नहीं और बात मानी, जो शास्त्रों में बताया था वही किया, भगवान ही बचाएंगे ये बात मैंने पक्की मान ली थी, क्यों नहीं आया भगवान मुझे बचाने। हाथी में भगवान थे देखकर इस हाथी में भी भगवान है, मुझे कुछ नहीं करेंगे, ऐसा मैंने विश्वास करके मैं हटा नहीं और उस हाथी ने मुझे ही मार दिया। धर्मराज ने कहा ये बतलाओ, हाथी में भगवान दिख रहे थे, उसके ऊपर जो महावत बैठकर बोल रहा था हट जाओ हट जाओ हट जाओ, उसमें भगवान नहीं दिख रहे थे? अरे भगवान तो उसमें भी थे ना, मैं भगवान के रूप में बैठकर बोल रहा था हट जाओ हट जाओ, तुम उस हाथी में भगवान देखते रह के महावत में भगवान नहीं देखा। ये विवेक की बात, ये आना जरूरी होती है जीवन में, किस स्तर पर क्या बात करना, इसके लिए भगवान ने बुद्धि और विवेक का आश्रय हम लोगों को दिया है, और उसकी शुद्धता से अपनी सुविधा के लिए नहीं, सहजता के लिए जहां जो निर्णय लेना हो वो लेना चाहिए। हम लोग सुविधा के लिए निर्णय खूब लेते हैं, सहजता के लिए नहीं लेते। सुविधा के लिए निर्णय कभी मत लेना, सहजता के लिए हमेशा लेना। जीवन सहज रहे, शुड बी कंटेन्ड। इतना इतना करके मैं आसानी से किसी के द्वारा दुखी नहीं किया जाऊं, मैं आसानी से किसी के द्वारा परेशान नहीं किया जाऊं, इसके लिए जो व्यवस्था करनी है वो करूं, लेकिन मैं किसी से बातें ही नहीं करूंगा, इट इज अटर फुलिशनेस। ये विवेक की बात नहीं है। अब मैं, अब कुत्ता भौंकता आ रहा है तो मुझे किनारे ही खड़े होना चाहिए ना, नहीं तो माओ भौंकते हुए मैं तो अभय हूं, मैं तो डरूंगा नहीं, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है। तो ऐसा विचार करके विवेक से सब निर्णय करने चाहिए। ठीक है, जय श्री कृष्ण। भारती जी बोलिए।
जी सर, भगवान ने शुरू के 12 अध्याय में शुरू में बोला है कि जिसका मन सगुण में अगर ठीक प्रकार से लगा रहता है तो वह निर्गुण में शीघ्र ही प्रवेश कर जाता है। तो ये सगुण और निर्गुण क्या है?
देखो,
सगुण भक्ति और निर्गुण भक्ति क्या है?
भगवान का जो अल्टीमेट फॉर्म है वो किसी भी पदार्थ का नहीं है, वो किसी भी स्वरूप का नहीं है। लेकिन हम लोग जब भगवान को सर्वशक्तिमान मानते हैं तो वो अगर सर्वशक्तिमान है, इज फील्ड विद द ऑलमाइटी पावर, तो उसके पास ये पावर भी है कि नहीं कि वो फॉर्मलेस भगवान अगर फॉर्म लेना चाहे तो ले सकता है। अगर वो अल्टीमेट पावर वाला है, अगर वो नहीं ले सकता है तो अल्टीमेट पावर वाला नहीं हुआ। तो वो जो फॉर्मलेस गॉड है, जो अनमैनिफेस्ट गॉड है, if he wants to be manifest, he wants to come reflect as a manifest form, he has all the power, but at the last stage one has to reach to that almighty, that unmanifest form of Lord only. So भक्ति का भी अंतिम पर्याय, ज्ञान का भी अंतिम पर्याय और कर्म का भी अंतिम पर्याय, सभी योगों का अंतिम पर्याय वो एक ही है, उस परमात्मा की अनुभूति जो जगत में सर्वव्याप्त है, सभी जगह पर है।
दूसरा प्रश्न ये है सर कि अव्यक्त की प्राप्ति बड़ा कष्टप्रद है, तो देर से आसक्ति कैसे छूटे?
कष्टप्रद की जो बात है ना, हाँ, ये जो आपने प्रश्न किया बिल्कुल ठीक कर लिया, क्योंकि भगवान का देहवद्भिर वाप्य थे कि हम लोग की जो देहाभिमान है उसके कारण अव्यक्ति की उपासना कठिन है। अब हमसे तो इस शरीर का ही मोह नहीं छूटता, ये शरीर की सुविधा, इसको सोना, इसको खिलाना, इसकी रक्षा करना, इसकी सुविधा का ध्यान रखना, हम इसी में लगे रहते। तो जो शरीर के पीछे इतना लगा हुआ है वो उस अव्यक्त तक कैसे पहुंचेगा? भगवान कहते हैं बड़ी मुश्किल बात है। सबसे पहले इस शरीर से अपने को डिटैच करना आना चाहिए। आई एम नॉट दिस बॉडी, आई एम ओनर ऑफ दिस बॉडी। मैं ये शरीर नहीं हूं, मैं इस शरीर को धारण करने वाला एक अत्यंत श्रेष्ठ जीवात्मा हूं। ये जब भाव हम लेकर चलते हैं तब जाकर इस शरीर से डिटैचमेंट आता है। कष्ट हो रहा है तो शरीर को हो रहा है, भूख लगी है तो शरीर को लगी है, नींद आ रही है तो शरीर को आ रही है। मुझे तो ना नींद आती है, ना भूख लगती है, ना कष्ट होता है। अब इसकी जो अनुभूति है ये अव्यक्ति की उपासना है। अब इस ज्ञान योग की बात तो हम लोग अगले सप्ताह करने वाले हैं, तो आज सारी बातें आज क्यों करवाइए आप?
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
सरोज अग्रवाल जी। आप अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं। सरोज जी बोले।
हाँ जी, हमको बोल रहे हैं क्या सरोज?
हाँ, आपको पूछना है कुछ?
हाँ पूछना है सर हमको।
बोलिए बोलिए बोलिए।
हाँ, एक मिनट में आती हूँ।
आपका म्यूट हो गया, यू हैव टू अनम्यूट।
ओह अच्छा, म्यूट
हाँ अभी हो गया, अभी आ गया। हाँ फिर से गया। प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एंड देन यू कैन टॉक। उनका नेटवर्क इशू है समथिंग। यस आयुष, यू कैन टॉक।
प्रणाम भैया आपको और पूरी परिवार को हमारी तरफ से निर्जल एकादशी की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। मैं क्षमा चाहता हूँ, मेरा थोड़ा लैपटॉप में प्रॉब्लम थी इसलिए मैं देर से जुड़ पाया। क्या इसका वीडियो अवेलेबल है? जो
अवेलेबल learngita.com पे अवेलेबल है, यूट्यूब का जो लिंक है उस पे भी अवेलेबल है। ठीक है। I think we have finished with all the questions. We can, Yoko is here. I was searching for him. I had to congratulate her. She has cleared the exam of 3 chapters Gita Jigyasu. She remembered all of them. Congratulations, Yoko.
Congratulations, Yoko-san.
It is a great thing. It is a great thing. I have circulated that video to many people now, and so many people replied to me, wondering a Japanese learning Bhagavad Gita with so clean and pure pronunciation. Everyone is happy to see you.
Actually, I couldn't remain so because my teacher is excellent teacher, so JDD helped very much. So
Wow.
I just want to say, अभी तक मैं गीता को सिर में बहुत सोचती थी. So Jaya Didi taught us in the class, learn from by heart. She told me many times, but इसको बहुत difficult because pronunciation भी मुश्किल है और याद भी करना है, मैं क्या करूँ? So मैं सिर में बहुत सोचती थी, लेकिन आज आपके लेक्चर को सुन के बाद तो मैं I feel some it come my mind say a little bit I can feel in by my heart. So I want to say thank you for you. And Didi also, thank you so much.
All the best, Yoko. You will certainly have that Bhagavad Gita in your life. See, once we put that sugar into the water glass, you just put the sugar. It doesn't melt suddenly until you stir it, or you leave it for many days. It stays in that bowl for a while. If you drink it immediately, you will not taste the sugar. It will not be sweeter. But if you leave that sugar into that glass for a day or 2 or 3, and after 3 days, if you, no matter you stirred it or not, you just drink it, that sugar works and it gets sweetens all the glass water immediately by the time, not immediately, but by the time. And after 2 days, if you drink the water, that is all sweet. So if you keep that Bhagavad Gita here in your mind, doesn't matter you understand it or not, how much you could understand, how much you could remember it, don't worry about it. Just try to keep it here. This will work like a sugar. It will melt in your thoughts and it will reflect after a few days, after a few time, after a certain time in your behavior, in your thoughts. It will always reflect automatically. That's why we do emphasis on the memorization of Bhagavad Gita, because once you have that sugar in your mind now it stays here and it will start melting by the time, and your thoughts, your thought process start automatically get started with the purification process, with the sweetness process. It automatically happens. So you just have it. You're doing wonderful. I wish you all the best. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, Ayush, you want to say something else or we should end?
Yes, let's go towards the ending now. We have spent
भैया मुझे बस ये जानना था, असली भक्ति योग क्या है? मतलब असली भक्ति
योग और क्या बताया आज पूरा?
क्योंकि मैं लेट से जुड़ा ना, इसलिए मेरा थोड़ा
फिर आप दोबारा सुन लेना, ठीक है? पूरा वही बताया। Ashutosh ji, you can
Okay,
commence.
so thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, Ashu Sensei. So I would like to call here Yoko Sensei, please come in spotlight, and Ganesh Sensei. Ganesh Sensei, are you there? So last time we talked about Ganesh Sensei. He is the one who connected us together. I'm very much thankful to both Ganesh Sensei, Yoko Sensei. From Ganesh Sensei, we connected to Yoko Sensei, and from Yoko Sensei, we connected to Ashu Sensei, and from Ashu Sensei, we connected with everyone. And I am from Tokyo. Yokoji is from Osaka. Ganesh Sensei is from Wakayama. It's a different part of Japan. From here, we connected to Lucknow, and from there we have many places, and then America. So, so thankful, so thankful, and we could share this great knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, not as a only as a holy book, but as real content. What exactly both warriors were talking just before the battlefield. I sometimes imagine that if I am in that battlefield, what I will do that time. And this person was asking, what should I do? And they were talking about Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, and all 18 types of yoga, starting from Arjun Vishad Yoga. So thank you very much. Ganesh Sensei, please say some few words, and then we will go towards closing. Onegaishimasu.
Jai Shri Krishna. It is my very much. I'm blessed to see Dr. Ashuji directly and interacting through Zoom. And thank you, Ashutosh Sensei, for giving me this chance. So I'm learning Gita after this pandemic started, and I thought I should start something to improve my skill and knowledge. And then I came across this Ayush Mantralaya's yoga certification board, and then which required to study and some slokas from Gita also. So then I came across this Gita Parivar. Though recently, just last week, last Saturday, I finished level 4.
Very nice.
With Dr. Vikas ji ke so I'm not still perfect, and I have one clarification. I want to ask one question. कि किस level एक there is a saying that कि if we are not sure and if we don't pronounce shloka well, then it is not very active or so वो सिद्ध नहीं होता है.
इसमें ऐसी बात है कि मंत्रों का लाभ शुद्ध उच्चारण से होता है, ये बात सही है, लेकिन वो बाकी सकाम भक्ति के लिए, सामान्य भक्ति के लिए भाव महत्वपूर्ण है, शुद्धता महत्वपूर्ण नहीं है. उल्टा नाम जपत भगवाना वाल्मीकि भय ब्रह्म समाना, मरा बोलकर वाल्मीकि जी ब्रह्म पे पहुंच गए ना. फिर आप ये शुद्ध की चिंता में, शुद्ध जितना होता जाता है वो घुलता जाता है हमें, इसलिए शुद्धता का महात्म्य है. लेकिन शुद्ध नहीं है इसलिए मैं नहीं बोलूं, या शुद्ध नहीं है तो मैं डरूं कि मेरे अशुद्ध उच्चारण से कोई हानि नहीं होगी. बिल्कुल नहीं होगी, हो सकती ही नहीं है, संभावना ही नहीं है. भाव कुभाव अनक आलसाहू, नाम जपत मंगल दिशि दसाहू. भाव से, कुभाव से, अनक से, आलस्य से, अरे दुश्मनी से भी भगवान का नाम ले लिया ना तो कल्याण ही करेगा. तो आप इसकी चिंता मत करना, जितना वो शुद्ध होता जाएगा उतनी मेरी प्रियता बढ़ती जाती है. देखो जिस काम में जितना परफेक्ट होते जाते हैं उस काम में मन उतना जुड़ता है. तो मेरे मन के जुड़ने के लिए वो परफेक्टनेस जरूरी है, भगवान को उसकी जरूरत नहीं है. वो मेरे अंतःकरण के लिए शुद्धता. मेरे भगवान को तो अरे जी में बालक का है तोतरी बाता, अरे माँ को अपने बालक की तोतली आवाज भी कितनी अच्छी लगती है कि नहीं लगती. हम सबको अपने बालकों की तोतली आवाज, भगवान को भी हम कैसा भी बोलेंगे, उल्टा पुल्टा भी बोलेंगे तो भगवान को अच्छा ही लगने वाला है. ये सारी बात अपने लिए है, ये भगवान के लिए नहीं है. ठीक है.
सो जैसा कि थैंक यू डॉक्टर आशु जी. एंड जैसा कि अभी योको जी ने बोला कि दिमाग में है, सर में है, लेकिन इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं हो रहा है. तो अभी लेवल 4
स्टार्ट किया है, लेवल 4 होने पर आपकी यात्रा पूरी नहीं होगी. दैट इज व्हाई आई सेड
नाउ आई रियलाइज कि इट इज स्टार्टिंग नाउ.
इट इज लैप 1. Now you have to complete 18 laps. So after 18 laps, you can ask कि अब तो 18 हो गया, अब बतलाओ कुछ, तब I will talk.
So more I learn and more I realize कि अभी भी बहुत सीखना है. So there is tremendous. So thank you for all your blessings and your guidance, and Ashu ji and Ashutosh ji, Dr. Ashu ji, and thank you for your blessings.
Thank you.
बहुत धन्यवाद. Hari
धन्यवाद.
Om. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. So let's go towards the closing now here. And next, if your questions are still there, please make it ready for next lecture. That will be about Gyan Yoga. Gyan Yoga on 18th of June, class number 69. Class number 69, 18th June, 11 a.m. Japan time, 7:30 a.m. Bharat time. And we are going to have one session by two sessions by Yoko Sensei also. Yoko Sensei session will be on 54th class number 54th, 13th of June. So Monday morning 11, same time, 11 o'clock morning, Japan time, and 7:30 a.m. Bharat time. And then we have one more session of Yoko Sensei on 18th of June. So 18th of June, two sessions, Yoko Sensei, and then after that, Ashu Sensei. So that will be all. And see you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. Japan time, if you can, from Bharat, 3:30 a.m. Bharat time. So thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. And thank you, Ashu Sensei. Thank you very much. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Recording stopped.